Hi, I'm Chris. You're watching Provost Park Pass, and today I want to tell you how to save the most amount of money you can for Disneyland if you think you're going in the next couple of months. And I also want to talk to you about first jobs, and I want to find out what your first job was. And I want to hear about what your opinion is when a child should start working. I had a really interesting experience the other day. Let's do this. This is the beautiful Castle Inn and Suites. It's a family-owned hotel. I think I'm going to do a video on this because I got some really good memories about this hotel. It's very close to Disneyland. It's very affordable. And yeah, I'm gonna walk to Disneyland. So I went to Disneyland this morning, and then I came back here, took a nap, and now I'm headed back this evening. So yeah, nap time. All right, guys, let me show you this amazing view. Here, people have been down to Disneyland. You guys have done this walk before. There's Castle Inn and Suites right here. I'm just turning around. There's Tower of Terror right there through trees. I just walk down, cross over, and head into Disneyland. All right, so let me talk to you about, first, let's talk about Disneyland and how to save money. Right now, and this is a timely offer. This is not gonna be going on forever. This is only gonna be going till September of 2024. So if you're watching this after September 2024, then skip over this part because it's expired. Right now, Disney has a massive sale on tickets on sale for the summertime. And there's a way that you could kind of capitalize on this deal. So right now, you can get deals. Their tickets are basically almost like half off for adults. And this is insane. It's the lowest prices. You'll save hundreds of dollars on your tickets. But you have to buy a minimum of a 3-day ticket in order to get this deal. It's a 3-day ticket. They have a great deal for adults and for children. And you're gonna save hundreds of dollars on your tickets. The thing about it is this. You have to use those days by the end of September 26th of 2024. After that, those tickets will no longer work. But you don't have to use them all in a row. So you could use like one, and you use one in August if you want to go to a Pixar Fest, and then you could use one in September to go around for Halloween time. This is incredible. Crossing the street, getting closer to Disneyland. Okay, so the best prices I've ever seen on Disneyland tickets for summer are going on right now. Now, but there's also another little thing going on right now. Universal's like having like buy one, get one day free type of thing. So literally, and you don't have to use those days back to back either. So like if you wanted to do like a little quick trip, you're down here maybe close to, you live in Las Vegas or Southern California or like Arizona where you could drive down. You could get those tickets, go up to Universal for one day, go to Disneyland for one day, and go home and come back and you can do it again. And I mean, this is the best deals I've seen. How do you get the deals? Click the link down below or call 1-855-GETAWAY, 1-855-GETAWAY. But I'm gonna say this. I would tell you to call this time. I know a lot of people like to click the link to get a quote. But right now, there are a bunch of hotels that are giving like the 3rd or 4th night free. Now, when you go on the website, you're gonna see a bunch of them listed. But there are some secret hotels that they don't list it on the website. They'll only tell you about that if you ask for it. So that's why you wanna call in person. So you call, and when they answer, tell them Provost Park Pass sent you. You get the best prices on your hotels and those prices on those tickets. And then what you can do is say, hey, what hotels right now have a 3rd night free or 4th night free? And they'll tell you every single deal. And they'll give you a price quote. You don't have to use it if you don't want to, but that way you get the lowest prices on your hotel rooms and on your tickets for Disney. Ooh, we're getting close. I love this in the morning when you walk down this little area. They have music, this bright, happy music that's going, gets you all excited for the day. In fact, that's a little bit of trivia. I don't know if you guys know this. During the morning, the music's more peppy and exciting because that way it gets your adrenaline up and all excited for the day. But then as the day goes on, the music gets calmer. Uh-oh, we just got right through security. It's that thrill of getting back to Disney. There is a magical feeling to this place, guys. It's undeniable. Disney California Adventure, moving it right over here to Disneyland. Here we are. Beautiful Disneyland, guys. I just love it. Feels good. It just has a good feeling to it. That's really great descriptive words, I guess. Just good, good, good. Here you leave today and into the world of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy. Okay, so this morning when I was here at Disneyland, I was with some of my friends, and they were talking about their kids, and they're older kids going into the workforce for the very first time and joining the workforce, and they're talking about how difficult that was. So we started talking about that, and they asked me, like, well, how old were you when you got your first job? So I want to ask you guys, put it down in the comments down below. How old were you when you got your first job? And I'm not talking chores in the house, that doesn't count. I'm talking where you drew a bona fide paycheck. How old were you when you got your very first job? Yeah? All right, I was 14. Here's the deal in my family, is it was required, my mom made it a rule that when going from 8th grade to 9th grade, I had to have a job during the summertime. I had to work somewhere. And then during the school year, if I needed any money, she would give me money and I could work on my grades. But during the summertime, it was expected that I had a job. And she's like, you find a job, and she'll drive me to it and bring back and all that stuff and everything. So I was 14 when I got my very first job. I worked in my grandpa's scaffolding yard. And everybody knows what scaffolding is. You might not know that you know what it is. But scaffolding is that metal that goes along the outside buildings when they're working on it. We'll probably see some here at Disney today. And it was heavy and it was hard work. And I was like the grunt of the crew. Anything that they didn't want to do, I ended up having to do, like just all the heavy lifting and the hard. It was so hard, backbreaking job. But that was my first job. The very first paycheck I got, when I got my paycheck, they wrote my name. They wrote Chris Slam Dunk Provost on the paycheck. And I thought that was so cool. I still remember it today. I went to the bank and I made $187 after taxes and everything. It was only $187. And my mom had to take me to the bank to get my check cashed. And they tell her, I was like, well, how do you want it? And I didn't even know. I was like, obviously I should have been like 100, 50, 20, 10, 5, some ones. But I literally said, I want it in ones. I got $187 in $1 bills. And that was the richest I've ever felt. And for you younger kids, you're not gonna understand this, but I took $10 of it. And I went to an arcade. An arcade is where they would have like these video games, but you had to put a quarter in to play it. And I took $10 there. I felt like, just like so powerful. And I was there to play video games at the arcade with my paycheck. It was amazing. Anyways, the reason I bring this whole story up is I was talking to these my friends and their kids. Their son just got their first job. He's 21 and he was like, oh my gosh, this is really difficult. And so we started talking about like, when do you start getting your first jobs and entering into like the workforce? I'm just curious what you guys, what for you, when did you start working for your very first time getting a paycheck? How old were you? I know that the older generations, the Gen Xers out there, they're gonna probably start younger, and then I think as the generations go down, they probably start working a little bit later. But I'm curious. I'm just curious. And if you want to tell about your job and like what it was and how hard it was or how much you loved it, whatever it is, that's fine. Just don't put anything in there that's gonna self-identify you, nothing too personal. Because I was kind of just like a little bit shocked. They were talking about this and she was saying how her son got his first full-time job. He's working 40 hours a week. And he's like, I don't have time to do anything else. And I was just like, I was doing that when I was 14. Ugh. It was crazy. I don't know. That's what my mom made me do. That was just what I had to do. I'm grateful for that experience. I feel that I learned a lot. And I feel like I got the value of hard work. But it was difficult. It was hard. All right. We're here at Jungle Cruise. Here we are at the Jungle Cruise. I've not been on it in a while, but I need to hear me some of those amazing puns. All right. So actually kind of a long line for Jungle Cruise, but there's no line here at Bengal Barbecue. So let's get some food. Let's get a little food, and then we'll head over to Jungle Cruise a little later on. All right, I got the Bengal Barbecue rice plate. Comes with rice and the 2 skewers, and I got some soy sauce. Soy sauce is one of my favorite flavors. I'll put that on the rice, and that's one of my also favorite. The asparagus wrapped in bacon, so good. What was your favorite job you had? Just kidding. What was your first job that you got a paycheck on? And how old were you? Were you 13, 14, 15? Were you in your 20s when you had your first job? Let me know down in the comments down below. And let me know if you liked that job. And thank you to our Patreons. We love you.